And welcome once again to another edition of A Mason's World. And my name is Birdie Mason. Why is my name Birdie? Well, I am the notably ugliest transvestite ever. Just kidding. And in tonight's edition, I'm going to show you how the media is manipulating you on all sides. Now, tonight we happen to have a clip from, I believe, MSNBC here. But what was unusual is earlier today I was listening to, I don't know, the guys that took over Rush Limbaugh's show. I forget their names. And they had a very similar story on the Republican side. And I just want to show you how they manipulate the way that we perceive and get us all worked up emotionally on both sides of the fence. Remember, this is all about divide and conquer. So the real powers that oversee, like the UN, can come right in and say, well, you need a little order here, a new world order. And of course, the media, all of it, is owned and operated by these folks. All sides are controlled. And those of you who are awake, you'll enjoy just a little humor here maybe tonight. And welcome to those who are just learning about this and about the real reality of our world. And as I always say, it is a learning process. It really is. And it's a spiritual process because you learn, number one, how evil the world is. But in comparison, you find God in a weird way because all of this is written, and I was never a big Bible person. I never was. But all of this stuff is in the Bible. These are the evildoers, as G.W. Bush would say. So apparently, what had happened, I guess Palin got into this Alaska House race, and she is losing or lost this race. The Democrat, of course, in this race won, and the Republican lost. So let's take a listen to this. And I'm going to point out the little subtle side story that this story highlights. And then I'm going to show you the other side of the coin in the Republican media. All right, let's take a listen here.
There was something of a bitter feud between the two Republicans in the race. In fact, do you know this? Palin's former in-law.
Here it is right here. Former in-laws threw a massive campaign for her opponent before the election night. Now that they'll both be on the midterm ballot, right? So they're saying that Palin's former in-laws threw a massive campaign for her opponent, who happened to be what? Democrat. Okay. Now that we see that, let's hear a little bit more from this script reader dude here.
Even threw Begich a pre-election night party instead of supporting their ex-daughter-in-law.
There
and
it
because
is.
Alaska just started using ranked choice voting, when voters rank their preferred candidates in order, if their top choice does not meet a certain threshold, their vote instead goes to their second-ranked candidate, and so on.
All right. He's going on and on and on and on, talking about some thing going on in the elections. They're all rigged, folks. Now, let's look at the other side here. Wow. Yeah, I'll allow it. Gavin Newsom, of course, he don't like, or he and DeSantis, they're opposed to each other, Republican and Democrat. Looky here. His in-laws donated to DeSantis as high-profile governors feud. Now, tell me if that is not a coincidence that those two stories came out roughly at the same time. At the same time, Republicans, well, she donated money to the. Okay. And then the Republicans and Democrats. See it here? This is here to get the, the Democrats upset. Oh, I can't believe they donated money to a Republican. Oh, I can't believe it. And on the other side, it's the opposite. It's completely the reverse. That is how they manipulate you. And this is all controlled. All of it is controlled. It's all a show. Those of you who are awake know this. You can see it. It's plain as day. If you study it, if you really listen critically, you get this stuff. And why is this important? Because the media manipulates everything. We trust it too much. Think about COVID and what went on, the hysteria. But you can see how they manipulate in their storylines, in their narratives on both sides to get an emotional reaction out of you. Folks, we need to stop thinking about parties. We need to think about common values in a country. Because if we don't, this won't be anymore. They want to bring in a new world order. That's it. Great reset. That's their game plan. I also want to give you some chip. I was looking earlier at a clip about microchips. Yeah, they're doing it. I mean, can I pull that up? No, I'm not going to. I'll say that for another video. But you can see, look at the headline here. In-laws donated the in-laws. Why is it the in-laws? Why? And then you had the same exact narrative over on this channel with this clown. What is green screen behind him? And look at this. Why did she decide? Well, she was a governor there, supposedly. And then she was a VP. And then she left and went and did a reality show. Why didn't she? If she was really concerned about the United States, she would go, I don't know, teach somewhere or do research or academia. True? Or write policy. She has supposedly the experience and she wants to make change. No, instead, she went and did a reality show, which was entirely scripted. And that's what this is. That's all it is. So as always, if you're new, study Freemasonry. That's why, we call it the Mason's world. So my name is Bertie Mason, and I'll be back in a few seconds. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, you can contact me in the chat. Yeah, you can do that. Think a little bit. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back.